Okay, so I saw this on the headline somewhere about no, this is already common knowledge for those that are in this space. UFOs in space, how that's hilarious. Anyway, so you wonder a lot of people wonder why they're here, and it does get swept under the rug for various different reasons. Obviously, it's probably like the last world. Some odd beings here, those that are here would ever come to, because it's just, it's a cult leader planet basically. It's a self-sabotage, cult leader world, an arrogant planet. Got a lot of that going on. I mean, it's not everybody, but there's a lot of that energy here. It's just soul growth planet, obviously, but self-destruction planet. Boy, is that the truth of it. Like, that's the norm. It really is. Or delusional planet. But yeah, the cult leader stuff's freaking ridiculous. Golly. And some are cult leaders don't even know it. And I can pick up on it every now and then. I can feel it's like how they've been, especially when you use magic in his current life, you kind of pick up on it. And as part of delusion, it's they're not getting enough satisfaction here that they have in other lifetimes. Kind of have to be real with themselves, and you can't control others and things like that anymore. Oh, you can't. I mean, yeah, a lot of those powers are shut down for obvious reasons. So, I guess you can call it the Britney Spears effect. But she's being she controls others too. So, especially like in relationships. But anyway, so UFOs, the aliens are trying to stop us from annihilating us, for annihilating ourselves. Yeah, yeah, and that doesn't come. I mean, it comes up, but it doesn't. It's like because there's so many other things going on here. But really, those are the incarnated here. Of course, you can go by what Dolores Cannon goes by, but I don't really care for a lot of her stuff, really. Yeah, it's another cult energy. Use the word New Earth and all that, and it's a lot of cult here. It's another more nonsense. It's more just crap that this place has to offer. But anyway, I imagine there's something there that's good, but it's the same old cult leader stuff. Like the past life regression energy. Obviously, if you use her version of it, you get more attention and all that. So it's all just a business thing. I mean, you can still do it without having the QHHD, just your own method. Of course, it's somewhere or just get regular certification, but that's not as sellable as the Taurus Canon one. So, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I imagine there's some good things there, but whatever. Just another cult leader, basically. But yeah, why so many people incarnate here? Ways that don't want to be here, or if you feel like they can't figure out why they're here. Well, it can easily be. I mean, I think not all of us are here for that, but some of us are here for, so don't blow the planet up. So you have to incarnate here and just do the best you can, and be a door stomp for a lot of people that are going through their stuff, that are kind of stuck here, that this is their planet. I don't know if they're stuck here. They kind of act like they are at some level, but this is their world, and it's their party. They can't, they try to cry if they want to. You'd be surprised how many or those that incarnate make this more of their world, and they get so infused into all the physical stuff and all that. It works for you. You can still be in two different realities, spiritual and physical, and make it work. But others just become more physical and locked down or whatever. Or for ego purposes, to be liked by others, or be controlling, or whatever it is. Who knows? It's therapy, I guess. Also, the karma incarnation. So obviously, everyone has some kind of karma they're going through. Doesn't mean it's always bad. Some of it's actually good. But those that are, if you're like a warlord in a previous incarnation, or you're incarnating here to be like a good Samaritan, or your version of Jesus, or it's like I don't want to get the 4-H. How's that? Maybe you can't come here to show people how to bake cookies. I don't know. But your karma, it could be that. It could be. It's kind of like working for the Red Cross. Yeah, community service. Yeah, some of us are on community service karma. Yeah, like I am basically. You want a normal life, you can forget that one. Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's kind of like it is like a priesthood. It's similar to like a nun situation, and you're not signing what you signed up for energetically, but yeah. So anyway, but karma and incarnation in general, just go into that different aspects of that. Whatever I say, the Cliff Notes version of it. Let's put it that way. Some are just creating their own. I don't know. Some are just self-sabotaging. That seems. Like I say, that's the big thing here. Self-sabotaging seems to be, or the egomaniac or the narcissist. Jesus, it just goes on and on, doesn't it? Wherever works for you. Zymatone.com, my pro sessions, maybe. Scheduler, add the warranted chat or warranted channel, whatever you call it. And then store here, added some new items and I forgot what they were. So anyway, keep it short, keep it simple. Okay, so this came up. I guess it needs to come up every now and then. So, all right, we're going to the UFO stuff. Those are connected Palladian energies, whatever it needs to be spoken about. And then we're going to the karma energy. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I feel like the aliens are going to show up and land. And that does exist. We are building up towards that. But I don't know. No time soon. Who knows? You never know. It's not likely though, but you never know. We're not given the full detail. If they come here, it sounds like a suicide mission. As soon as the aliens show up, there'll be like maybe like a social media boycott, I don't know, con on them or who knows what, or come save us. Probably most of the save us thing, which is really something. Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to some of those energies and going to the karma. Frequency or blessings. Greece is the alien consciousness. Well, first off, before we go, some are going through ego death. Realizing ego death can take several years. Not months, years. Some have imprisoned themselves into physicality, meaning of just some of it's self-doubt, just insecurities. They just don't. A lot of souls that incarnate here don't really feel a whole lot care for themselves that much. So self-love situations. So yeah, some of them are having a self-doubt party. And it's like there's no wrong way, to do any of this really. I mean, you kind of decide on your own. Everyone has their own process. So, it's like some of you are speeding up your frequency, as you can see. You can. Doesn't mean you have to be like locked into the physical, but you're connected more to the non-physical to heal the physical, to evolve wherever you need to evolve into. Basically, it doesn't mean it's going to make the physical easier because there's still going to be obstacles there no matter what. It can help you through it, through challenges, but it doesn't mean it'll get rid of them. It can actually, your spirituality can actually attract more due to this world's the consciousness there. It's not always the case, but there is some cases where it's just like humanity here might find you as an enemy. Like you're not going by their system. You're not going by the system in general. So the non physical entities are causing difficulty and so on. But those that slow down their frequency, I mean, truly slow it down. Like it's so slow. Like you have on your car the odometer, it's like in the negative. Like you would go to 60 miles an hour. This is like going negative 60 miles an hour or more. Some are going 100 and so on. Some individuals that live a long life, they're doing that. Not all, but some are. Well, because they don't want to do anything with themselves. It's, but they don't want to leave this place either. So this is the alien consciousness connected. So just reintroduce ourselves. But also why many of you incarnate due to like yes, the world is trying to annihilate itself. World War II, yeah, there's different energies for World War II why the bomb was allowed, but either way, it's there's an Arcturian agenda. There's always different. The Arcturians, you say, are playing a big role just to kind of be responsible for, like to be more in charge of this whole plan of the world not destroying itself. But they've seen futures where it has destroyed itself, as some of you probably remember that or came from a world like that, and so on. So does this world have a potential of doing that? Of course. Doesn't mean it will. That this one is being stopped from destroying itself. Now, obviously, it's going through emotions and this internal, turmoil. Because society is not necessarily sick, but it is being plagued by a lot of negativity. It's just by the lower dimensions, the lower portals. The portals have been opened up, even in other demonic portals from other worlds, realities. It's like an ocean of negativity that's plugged into this planet. It's like a power plant of low vibrations are sucked into this world, and you're here to navigate it, warn from it, but also and eventually it'll be shut down. But society has to do that in general. Humanity has to get together vibrationally and say we're done. It's a spiritual workout for sure. It's not necessarily ego death. Actually, a lot of this negativity is actually increasing the ego. It is a negative ego. And so that's why things are not going to heal anytime soon. But many of you are shifting frequencies here, helping with the world evolving in its current state. Of course, it will evolve, but to help it move to the next level, even if it is, yes, dirt slow. In some of you are very close to this world not blowing itself up, but you might be connected to those. So, this type of subject matter probably doesn't come up very often because they're not here for that, too. Well, they're connected to some of the secret space programs. They're going through so much karma from previous incarnations. They're not always seeing the full picture either. Some are really locked into paradox incarnations. So, but in general, some of you are just specifically here, and you probably feel it in your own frequency. That might be one of your jobs. Doesn't mean you're like deep into it, but there's some kind of connection of keeping this world going, even if it doesn't really give you a reason why. It's just because it's kind of like the world's kind of like in an infant state. It's like it's still a child technically, as you can see society wise. So it's not ready to take care of itself. It needs help. You don't see society just, yes, it has issues, but it's more open for see all this political corruption that can all fall away. And it won't be perfect, but at least you'll be more stable. The idea is just where you can all just kind of get along energetically, physically, and just, it's not perfect, but you feel like you are evolving. Right in the current state, many are just, yes, on the self sabotage path. But because, yes, self love energies, it's very simple. It's just a lot of self love. And delusion energy, a lot of that has to do with those that just don't want to heal. They just want it their way. I want it this way. I want the ascension my way, whatever alien contact my way. And so there's a lot of that going on. So that blessings. Greece uses the karma frequencies of your planets or your soul incarnation. Some are just actually building up more positive karma, but sometimes you have to go through negative karma to get to that. There is a lot of self love frequency that's going on right now for those that are trying to evolve themselves. Like I'm wondering, I'm not evolving. Well, self love energy. Now you can say that, or sometimes you can't even say it verbally. They don't want to hear it. So they want all their powers, but no self love, no self gratification, just isn't there. So you'd be surprised the more that you're alone, the more you just, make peace with yourself. Uh, you can always put those intentions to do that. You'd be surprised where you can where you can head towards, where you can evolve into. There's probably a better word for that. But for karma, yeah, karma is like a knife. It's like it feels like you might stabbing yourself, but it's like you're going energetically, you're going more into yourself. So like you're opening, your chakras, you're going into shadow realms of yourself. It's like you're opening up this cave within yourself to clear it. But to open up the cave, you have to let all this stuff out and put yourself in a situation, whatever it is, to clear it out. It's kind of like it's more of a cave than it is, a cave with bats and all kinds of crazy. If it's just a closet, that's not so bad. Cobwebs, portals to some bizarre creature realm. A cave is a lot more intense. It's probably a better word for it, but we'll just use a cave analogy. So many galactics, like during war, like have been injured, whatever it might be, lost themselves here, Palladian beings here and wherever. And so they're like rebuilding themselves here. But society's been programmed so much, like a radio station. The way society is programmed is just like how you have television, TV shows, and all that. It's done differently, but there is a program guide of how society is being programmed in general. It's just alpha waves, obviously mental manipulation to telepathy. A lot of us reptilians doing this. Well, they're doing this just to, let you get it out of your system so you can evolve to the next level. So they are kind of like spiritual doctors. They're not here to cause you problems, but you're here to help you face them. So a lot of reptilian beings are helping you discover your first grades of all the different beings involved with it. Some reptilian beings are like, you know what, we're just going to fuck with everybody. Screw it. Until they get their act together. It's almost like, it's not exactly, but it's almost like a clown haunting kids, chasing them around during their own birthday party, spooking them out. Sometimes parents like to do this, sometimes dads like to do that. But it's really kind of like to shake things up until society realizes they're being, under a spell. Some are figuring it out very slowly. Others are enjoying it. It's like I enjoy being haunted and tortured and maimed and all that. As you can see, not everybody enjoy. Well, some know it. They go through it because they know they need to go through it. Like I need to fall down. I need to go into this darker path for whatever reason. Others, yes, have a fetish for it. Not everybody's like that. Some are like, to get serious with myself, I need to go through these challenges. So, and those that have a controlling issue situation, sometimes they have another lifetime and they have to figure that out. Well, like you're dumping all your problems on individuals. Sometimes they don't deal with that in their incarnation. They do it in the next one, where now everyone's throwing all their stuff back on them. But it doesn't always happen in this incarnation. It's strange how that works. Well, because like they might be throwing all their crap on everyone, vampiring everyone, but there is another purpose. It's like that's their process for whatever, like if they're owner of a business or whatever. It's sometimes there's good being brought through that. Even if they're like horrible to be around, but there is a silver lining there. But like I said, then another lifetime where it's like, okay, remember all the stuff you threw on us? Okay, here you can have it all back. Not to torture, just like here you go. Not that yeah. And so they can balance themselves out. So obviously running a business too, it can be very stressful and it's not for everybody. Some feel like it is for them, but it's like, not so much. But either way, because employing people and all those things is obviously very important. And it does bring positive karma, but obviously you can't always do it. Sometimes you have to let people go. But there's kind of empty nest, kind of like kicking in a mat in the nest, kind of the same analogy there. But karma is so diverse. Yeah, it's so complicated because everyone's so different. Some are having like I say, a major ego death that might not even die in this lifetime. Might need several lifetimes for that one. So, blessings.